Well, hello ladies and gentlemen. So, real quick video, well, sort of a quick video. I am about 5 days away from going to the Boundary Waters. I've got my gear, and I thought we'd just go over this real quick. I don't have time to do another camping video before I leave, so I thought I'd just throw this out here real quick. You guys can kind of see what I'm going to carry. This is just the equipment in my backpack. This doesn't include the food. I might do another video on that because there's a whole lot of food. I am slated for up to 18 days in the Boundary Waters. I don't know how long I'm going to be out there. We'll see. Who knows? I've got a route that I'm going to take. It's a bunch of short. Every day is not going to be very. I mean, it's not a whole lot of paddling every day. So we'll see. It's kind of dependent on how I want to do it. So, but I thought I'd go through all the gear that I have to carry because there's actually quite a bit when you're going that far. It's a lot. So let's start off with this guy right here. This is, you guys have seen this probably if you've seen my other video. This is the Haven hammock. So it's the lay flat hammock that can also be a tent. I am going to go ahead and take this. I've only used it once, but it worked really well. It was comfortable. I'm confident that it'll work just fine. The only thing I've done is I added in my Kammok hammock extra straps because I don't like the straps that Haven includes with them. So I brought those two just so I'd have them. So that's going to be my shelter for the most part. It should be nice and comfortable actually. This is my tarp for it. A rain fly, whatever you want to call it. So the Hammock Gear, Cuban fiber, Dyneema. It's a super large tarp, nice and lightweight. So it should be really good to go with that. Last 2 times I've been there, it didn't really rain that much. I don't know. We'll see what happens this year, but I want to be ready. So got plenty of coverage there. This is just another little Dyneema tarp. I think this one's made by Zpacks. Yeah. I bought this a long time ago. I really like this thing. It weighs almost nothing. It's like 5.5 ounces. And it's a 7x9, I think. So it's kind of silly not to take it. Just an extra tarp. In case it does rain, I got somewhere to set up. Insulated cover for the pad. This is the one for, it's actually, I'm not going to take it completely out, but it's basically just a cover that goes over the pad inside my hammock. So there's that. I am taking my Thermarest pad. I believe I'm going to take this. It doesn't really weigh that much. I think I can actually put this underneath the pad inside the hammock, and I might be able to get it to stiffen up a little bit. So you can just lay it a little bit flatter, and then also this is just more insulation just in case. And I can use it around the camp if I need to sit down. I've got just a little bitty 1 ounce pad. This is just for putting your shoes on so you can stand outside your hammock or your tent. REI Flex Lite Air chair. This is my old tried and true chair. I always take it on these trips. You need something comfortable, so definitely going to be taking that. Just a pair of synthetic leather gloves because I will be, I'll have a fire, so I need something to kind of work around that. Just some cheapies that no big deal if I tear them up. Towel. This is really important, especially if you're going to be out there a long time. Get you one of these, ultralight towels. This is kind of a big boy here. It still only weighs like 5 ounces. It doesn't weigh hardly anything. Poop kit. Poop kit's pretty simple in the Boundary Waters. In reality, it's all, you can only use they've got the toilets out there. So you just need to make sure you got plenty of toilet paper. So I got a full roll, one of those big triple rolls. A little bit of extra, just used rolls I have here. And then some wipes too, just to have. Medical kit. So this is kind of my comprehensive kit. So when I go, I did add this SAM splint. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these, but they're just basically for splinting in case you break a bone or whatever. These are pretty universal. They work really well. And then my medical kit itself so it's made by Adventure Medical Kits, but it's highly modified. I've added a bunch of stuff I prefer in here. It does have kind of the base kit. The idea I see with a medical kit, this is an emergency kit. You're only supposed to open this up if there's an emergency. So I don't have my I don't necessarily have like my aspirin, ibuprofen, things like that. If I'm just, you know, if I have a headache or whatever, I'm sore. I don't. To me, this is supposed to be an emergency kit, so I set it up like that. And then I've got some of the additions. I've got some that clotting hemostat agent, whatever you want to call it. So it's the gauze that stops bleeding quickly. Just some more bandages and stuff like that I've added in. Stuff like that, yeah. More bandage wraps. Compresses, yeah. Nice, really ultralight gauze compress. Just stuff like that. And then also there's other stuff in there, just your basics. You know, some antiseptic and stuff like that, and some gloves. Dropped it. But yeah, so like I said, this is just, I mean, you do however your kit, however you want. Oh yeah, I love this. So this is my repair kit, and this is actually made by Outdoor Research, and this just shows you, this shows my age right here, because they haven't made this thing in, I don't know, 30 years probably. This is the same repair kit bag, and it's not doing so well anymore. I mean, it's still holding together, but it just has that feeling of, you know, just kind of worn out and old. But it's a repair kit. It's too bad Outdoor Research doesn't make these anymore. And then it's got tenacious tape in it. I've got some duct tape. I've got a little pair of scissors, a sewing kit, little things of super glue, stuff like that. I've got some patches. So yeah, here's the patches for, that's Dyneema patches there, and there's the sewing kit. And then I've got, this is the patch kit that'll work on that inflatable pad, so keep that in here. I've also got some extra fabric patch for, you know, if I tear anything in fabric, stuff like that. That's just a map case, so that'll just, I don't have the right map in here, I know, I'll change it out, but that just goes in my canoe, so I've always got a waterproof map case. Oh, my little baby Silky saw, my pocket boy. My knife is a Mora knife. I rarely ever use the knife for anything. It's just, I don't know, I always take one just to have one. So just a little, this is only like $25, and I love this knife. It's so nice to have. It works so well. It's totally worth the money, and it weighs, I mean, it's a lightweight knife, so it weighs nothing. There's for my sleeping kit, this is my pillow. So this is the Nemo Fillo Elite, the ultra lightweight one. This is the best inflatable I've ever seen as far as sleeping pillows. It's so comfortable. It's so worth having. Just get you the Nemo. If you're going to do it inflatable, get the Nemo. It's so nice. My pad inflator. If you saw my previous video, that pad that comes with Haven, kind of it's not the best. It's comfortable, but you can't inflate it with the stuff sack or just blow air into it. It doesn't work right. So I've got my pad inflator. I have the it's kind of noisy, but it's just going to have to do. But I've got the cord for it so I can recharge it. It's supposed to do 12 inflations, I think. So we'll see how long it lasts. Got just some rope. So this is going to be, and I need to add it. Actually, I've got a hook with a pulley on it that I'm going to put in here too. This is for hanging my my food in my container. Okay. Clothing, well, we'll start with this. These are my booties. Again, these are just in case it gets really cold. These are made by Montbell, and they're really good ones. They weigh nothing. They're super warm. They're made of, I think these are goose down. Yeah, these are the goose down ones. They're really nice to have. They don't weigh hardly anything. Keep your feet nice and warm at nighttime. And then my clothing is going to be, there's a lot in here. There's quite a bit. Underwear, just an extra pair of underwear. 2 pairs of socks, wool socks. These are ultralights. These are just regular. I think these are both REI brand. My Montbell Tachyon. So these are those Tachyon pants. And then I've got the actual jacket. They are stupidly lightweight. They do shed a little bit of water. They actually do add warmth because they're windproof. That's surprising. I think this whole set is like 4 ounces, if that. It may be lighter than that. So it just seems kind of silly not to take this. These are just a really nice addition. They don't, like I said, they don't weigh anything. Might as well take them. I've got my Kuius, so I'm bringing. These are the pants. I was going back and forth whether or not I was going to take these because they are really for like a cold weather. But I'm going to go ahead and take them because I've got the space, and I want to make sure that if I do get a really cold night or really even evening, I want to be comfortable. So I am going to take them just because I probably won't really need them, but I'm going to take them. Same thing with the jacket. I've got my Kuiu Goose Down jacket. This thing's awesome. I love this thing. It's super warm, super lightweight. It's just a nice jacket. Then I've got, this is the Kuiu, I think it's called the Peloton 97. It's just their sweater, basically. Ultra lightweight, super, super warm. I really, really like this thing. I take it on most all of my adventures. Just worth having. And then I've got just my goofy looking Carhartt knit cap. It looks stupid because it's got the little ear covers on it when you wear it. It looks kind of goofy, but I'm telling you, it weighs nothing, and it's just stupidly warm, so I don't care what it looks like. It's nice and warm. So this is just a whole bunch of extra stuff. So I've got like these little fire starters in here, extra batteries. This is going to be for my light. Oh, my light just went out. Huh. Hold on a second. Alright, I guess we don't have a light because that battery went dead. Whatever. You can still see me. So again, so this is just like, it's like an extras bag. It's got the fire starter. It's got batteries in it. It does have my little mini flashlight for the batteries. This thing, it's not very bright, and you can barely see it right now, but it does work really well, especially at nighttime. I don't know that I've changed these batteries in 2 years. They last forever, so just a nice little addition. Got some matches, a little lens cleaning cloth. I don't know why that's even in here, but it is. Oh yeah, my fire starter is in here. One of 2 of these guys. That's what I'll use to start the fires and start up the stove and all that. So these little Soto lighters are nice to have. I've had them for many, many years. They work really well. They're very reliable. That's just that hook for my phone and the hammock. So I'm gonna have a lot of extra time. Probably I'll have my phone with me if I want to watch some videos that I've downloaded or something like that. I've got this guy to hang up in there just to make it a bit more comfortable, because that's what this is. I mean, it's not just some hardcore adventure. I want to be comfortable out there too. I want to be able to relax when I want to relax. I want to relax. So let's see. This is just another pack of all kinds of crap that I have to take. So this is like my medications and just extras, toothpaste, toothbrush, all that. So it's got, that's like my pill bag right there. So Flonase, and then just some extra allergy sinus medication. And I got a whole bunch of like ibuprofen, melatonin. There's some sleeping pills in there too. Melatonin is sleeping pills. It's the Tylenol PM. So I've got that too. Just a little bit of everything. I've also got some of that sumatriptan. I think it's called sumatriptan, which is like a migraine medication. I don't hardly ever get a migraine, every once in a while. But if you've ever had like a real migraine, it's not, oh, my head hurts. It's literally you're down for the count for the whole day. You can't do anything. You can barely think straight when you have a migraine. So I keep a couple of those just in case. If you know ahead of time you're getting a migraine, you can take those and they work. They really will stop it. So it's good to have. Flossers, toothpaste, toothbrush, just a little bitty guy. I've got some, wilderness wash. I've got 2 of these. Then I've got, those are my headphones. Some Purell hand sanitizer. I don't even know if how much of that I'll use. I think I have, because I have another one somewhere else. It's just I throw a lot of stuff in here. Some DEET. Now I highly doubt I'm going to need any bug spray. I've never had a problem with bugs up there at this time of the year. They're usually gone, but I always take it just in case. A little bit of sunscreen. That's good to have. Trust me, it's really good to have. And then some lipstick. That's good to have. You really need that. And then just some body foot powder stuff too, just in case, because you're going to stink after several days, and it's nice to have that for your socks and your feet and all that. So, and your other parts. So there's that bag. And we got water filtration, Katadyn. This is the Katadyn BeFree gravity filter setup. So it's just when I've got an extra filter, I always take an extra filter, just to have. These are brand new filters in it too. But that guy goes in there, and it's just a gravity filter which goes straight into my 2 Nalgene's, so I can fill the water up every night. That's going to be my nighttime routine, just keeping those filled up. And there's all that. This is my other BeFree. So this is just the little miniature one. This is the one I keep on me at all times. This won't go in my pack. And it's just a filled up with water, and it's got a little nozzle on the end of it, so you can just drink water straight from it. I love this little setup. These things are awesome. They work extremely well. Katadyn BeFree. I really like it. Cook kit. So it's going to be... This is my little Sea to Summit collapsible bowl. I'm going to be using this probably for a lot of breakfast and things like that, which I'll do a video on the meals, just to kind of show you what all I've got for that. But this thing's nice. It doesn't weigh much. It's good to have. There we go. And then Sea to Summit. They don't make these anymore, which is too bad. These are stainless steel, and they're actually pretty lightweight for stainless steel. I don't remember what they were called, but they've got the nice, if I can get it to work here. There we go. They got the nice handle on them. I've used these on the fires. They work just fine as long as you protect that handle. They're fine. You can use them over a fire. Then inside that, I've got my little titanium coffee cup. And then inside that, I've got just a rag. And I've got my MSR little stove. And then I'm bringing my little, this is just a little Esbit stove. It weighs nothing. And I've got some Esbit tabs in here too. So I've got like 10 days worth right here. And then it's good for just doing like coffee or something like that. It's great for that. Not so great for trying to reheat a meal. It'll work, but it's not the best. That's where that stove comes into play. And I will be taking canisters for that. Again, most of my stuff's going to be cooked over the fire, especially at nighttime. But the morning breakfast, if I want to do like an afternoon lunch or something like that, heat up my lunch, I'm going to probably using this or the Esbit stove. So I will have a couple of these. I don't know how much fuel I'm going to use, to be honest. It just depends. The other thing I got to consider is, so far we're good, but here in a couple of days, who knows? Maybe there's a fire ban. That does happen occasionally there. If there's a fire ban, I'll be taking probably 4 of these guys and then more of the Esbits, because I'm going to have to use this to cook everything. So I've got my little spork, Sea to Summit, the Alpha. I think it's the aluminum, weighs nothing. These long sporks are nice. They're really good. And the Fozzils bowl here. I've got this fairly recently. I do like these. They just snap together. It's basically you start out as a flat plate, which is nice to have, and if you need a bowl, it snaps. Oh, come on. See how perfect it is? Let's try this again. That helps if you do it the right way. That's probably my, that was entirely my fault. So it snaps together. Again, it's just a, starts as a flat plate and then it snaps together as a bowl. I was like, why won't it snap together correctly? Because you're doing it wrong. And then it turns into a bowl. And it's really nice to have. This weighs like an ounce. I don't see a point in not taking it, so I will. What else do we have? Rain gear. So these are my Montbell. They don't make these anymore, which is too bad. These are the zip-off rain pants. I really like these because you can use them as shorts if you need to. But they've got the zip-off, so you know it also has like it's got the little zipper here, so it's easier to get on and off if you've got boots on. These are some of the best rain pants I've ever seen, and of course Montbell stopped making them. They make a version that doesn't have the zip-off legs, which is fine too. It's just, it's nice to have that option. So try to take care of these guys. My rain jacket is just my frog togs. Again, I still haven't found anything that I'm willing to pay. That, you know, this is like, I think on sale you can get these for like 17 bucks at Walmart. And I just haven't found anything because most of the good ones are like $200 to $300, and they're not that much better than this. This thing works so well. It's really pretty comfortable to wear. I do recommend you get like an XL if you normally wear a large because it's not cut super well. But it's comfortable to wear. It breathes pretty good. It weighs nothing as far as weight, and they're not the most durable, but they do hold up okay. If I get a tear in, I've got that duct tape, and then I can just repair it real quick like that until I get back home. And if I need to get a new one, I can toss this and get a new one. So these are my body gloves. They're the water shoes. These are probably what I'll be primarily wearing. I used to wear the muck boots and all that. I found out real quick the muck boots are heavy, they're hot, they do keep your feet dry, but they're no fun if you've got like a half or 3/4 mile portage. It sucks trying to walk in those things for 3/4 of a mile and then all the way back to get your second pack and do it again. So I went with these water shoes last year. They were awesome. They did so well. There's not a lot of padding in them. That's okay. They're nice and comfy. And with those, I wear these sealskins. These are the cold weather sealskins, just because they're going to be in the water all the time. So basically, what I just wear these guys with this, and when I get in and out of the canoe, I can step right in the water, and it's no big deal. These keep your feet nice and dry. They breathe really well. They're pretty amazing. They don't last that long. I get maybe 2 seasons if I'm lucky out of them, where they start leaking, and they're not cheap. They're just like 60 bucks for a pair of these, but they're worth it. It's a nice, much lighter option than the muck boots, and it works so much more comfortable. So much more comfortable. I highly recommend these. And I got 2 pair of these sealskins. I like to switch them back and forth. You don't need to take 2 pair. I usually do though, just because they're nice. Like I said, you can, those start getting really wet, you can let them dry out and switch to these. Burped. Oh, I forgot this guy. I'll get to the real quick. So these are my normal camp shoes this time. These are actually water shoes as well. So they're super lightweight, but they've got more padding in them. They're not really, like if you get them wet, they've got some foam in them, so they'll stay wet for a while. So I try not to get them super wet. But they weigh nothing. They're $18 on Amazon, so they're stupidly cheap, and they're surprisingly good. So these would be my camp shoes. Or if I have a long portage, I'll switch over to these guys. Much more comfortable hike. So this actually goes with my cook kit, and this is a Lucida Summit. I just got this not too long ago. I was debating whether or not I wanted one, but it's a Lucida Summit camp bowl, or not bowl, but I guess like a water, like a sink, basically, I guess is the way you want to call it. So you fill it full of water, and it's a sink. I've got that wilderness wash. If I need to wash any dishes, or I want to wash my face or body or whatever, or some clothes, I can use this guy. It weighs 1.5 ounces, so I'm going to try it out. Fishing, So actually my fishing rod is buried at this point. I got a collapsible fishing rod. I've got a bait caster I'm going to throw in there. And then I've got my fishing kit, which is just basically some grubs and some sinkers and some hooks and stuff like that. Not a whole lot. I don't plan on doing a whole lot. I'm not a hardcore fisherman by any means, but I like to have it just in case. I try to do it a little bit, so it's, you know, it's nice to do. So this is just kind of a minimal kit, so I can have something to do. I've got, this is like my emergency / repair kit that goes, this goes underneath the seat in my canoe, and it straps in there so it stays in place. And it's kind of a crossbreed of repair stuff for the canoe. And just like if there's an emergency and for some weird reason the pack, you know, both packs fell out, they shouldn't be able to. They're strapped in and they should float even if they do, the way they're set up. But if I were to lose them, I've got some stuff in here just at least, you know, for an absolute emergency. I've got, you know, an extra little cheapy wood cutter, whatever you want to call it. And then I've got some matches. This is repair tape. It's nothing more than just flex tape. Flex tape's amazing to repair things. So I've got this. If I were to crack the hole in my boat, I can do a quick repair. Inside there's a little emergency shelter that I keep in there. It's made by, what is it, SOL, Survive Outdoors Longer. So it's just one of those, it's like a high quality, one of those, was it Mylar or whatever it is, the emergency shelters. Actually just a little bit of food too, you never know. Portable aqua, so you can get some clean water. Some JB Weld plastic, again, to help repair. There's a little knife in here, some fire starters, a little bit of rope, because it's always good to have, some plastic bags, just stuff like that. You never know, so it's good to have. Okay, camera gear and electronics. This is where things get kind of obscene. So as far as the weight, that thing weighs a ton. It's all my batteries and camera gear. So start off, I do have my GoPro 7. Actually, hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Phone calls and all kinds of craziness. Let's get back into this. So, my camera system is going to, actually it's only one of these, but it's a GoPro 7. So, I've got just this, basically it's a clamp mount. So this is what's going to go in my canoe. And this is going to be my daytime, you know, video recording and all that. Let's see. My other camera is that guy that's recording now. It's a Panasonic G85. So I've got it with that's got my ultra wide lens on it right now, which I'm going to use around camp and all that. I also got my little zoom lens. So this is just a really nice zoom lens that I bought for it. I really like this guy. Got that. And there's a little mini tripod that I'll be taking too, which adds some more weight. My little light. This is just a little. I kind of use this for both. This is, you know, for videoing, but I even just use it around camp too. I've learned to really like this little. It's made by Godox, and it's just a nice little rechargeable light. Lasts a long time. Let's see. We got. Oh yeah. So let's start with batteries. So yeah, these are GoPro batteries. There's 21 of them. So there's a lot of batteries in here. Just go through a lot of batteries, man. And honestly, these don't last that long. A lot of these are the off-brand ones. You get like an hour out of them. I don't know how much I'm going to actually use, but the idea that I go out there and I'm like a half or 2/3 of the way through and I run out of battery power sucks. So I always end up taking too much, but you know, it is just what it is. So 21 GoPro batteries. There's 18 batteries for my little Panasonic. So just that's just a obscene amount of weight right there. And I've got These are all the charging cables and the charging stations for both of those. And let's see, about 4 terabytes worth of recording right here. So just little mini SD cards, or I'm sorry, micro SD cards. So it works for both of them. This guy weighs an absolute ton. So this is a bunch of charging packs. So I need power to recharge the cameras. I need power to keep my phone going, which is just going to be my iPhone. I'm probably going to use it. I mean, obviously, I'm going to use it for music, the occasional videos and stuff like that. I also use it to connect to my satellite communicator. We'll talk about that. And it's also got my maps on it. So with GPS, so if I need to refer to that, maybe I get a little turnaround, I can just use that. So I'm going to do that this year. So I need to make sure it stays charged up. And then I've got, like, my light needs to stay charged up. Just, things here and there. So there's a lot of weight right here. This is like, I don't know, 5 pounds probably. Just in these guys. It's a lot. It's obscene how much, you learn when you start doing these videos just how much extra weight you have to carry. It's just an extra bag for dead batteries, lens cleaning cloth. I am considering, I don't know yet, I may take this guy, I don't know. This is a Goal Zero solar charger. It doesn't weigh that much. I highly doubt I need it. I've had it for years. It works decent. I've had my issues with Goal Zero in the past, but this guy's always worked pretty well. But I don't know. I might take it. I just don't know yet. And then I have, my satellite communicator. So this is a Garmin inReach Mini. They make a new one, the Mini 2, which is much better as far as battery efficiency, but this one works great. I just, back when I was a kid, we didn't have anything like this, and you went without it. But these days, as small as this guy is, as light as it is, it seems silly not to take it. It's got communications, so if I need to send a text message, I can. If there's an emergency at home, I've got people that know this phone number. They'll send me a message, tell me there's an emergency. I don't send a lot of text messages. I like to stay cut off when I'm out there in the boundary waters as much as possible. But this is just kind of a little safety harness, or safety, whatever you want to call it, like safety blanket, or I don't know, just a little bit of safety. It also has the ability to contact, local rescue if I were to break a leg or something like that. This stays on me pretty much 24/7 just for that. It's nice to have. So it's easy to keep charged up. The plan isn't that expensive. To me, it seems silly not to take one of these anymore. It's worth having. Other than that, and my backpack is just this gigantic. What brand is this? It is. What is it? Granite Gear. That's right. This is a Granite Gear. I believe this is 80 liters, so it's a monstrous pack. It's completely waterproof, very durable. I love this pack. I've had it for many years now. It served me really well. You need the extra space. It's heavy. It's always heavy when you go canoeing like this. It is what it is, but this thing floats too because it's waterproof and it's got air in it. It'll float for quite a while, which is a nice thing. Just in case you turn over the canoe or something, you don't want all your stuff sinking to the bottom. So that's nice to have. My canoe is it's a Swift. It's a Kuiu. It's an ultralight one. It's like a 15-foot. I really like that canoe. It's nice to have an ultralight to carry around. I've got a couple paddles. I don't even know what brand they are anymore. They're just some high quality. I'll put the name of them on the screen here, but I can't think of the name of them now. And then I've got, actually I forgot about all this stuff right here. Yeah. My PFD. I pretty much wear this anytime I'm in the canoe. When you're solo, I think it's important. If you're with friends or something like that, you know, where you've got some rescue help. You know, if you don't want to wear it all the time, okay. Right? And if you don't want to wear it, it's your choice. But to me, it's just, it's worth having this on just in case. That's, you know, if you tumble over in the water, it's one less thing you have to worry about. You know, staying afloat. You don't have to worry about that. You can worry about the other things like getting to your pack and getting your canoe to shore. So, and then yeah, I forgot about these. These are my sleeping bags. They are made by Zpacks Are Better. I've talked about these before. I love Zpacks Are Better. I think they're the best out there. Not sponsored, but I think they're some of the best sleeping bags out there. They're ultra lightweight. I think so. These are 40 degrees. They're the Shenandoah Ultralights. I think this is the short one, I believe, and it's 10.5 ounces. It weighs nothing, and it's easily a 40 degree rating, easily. I've had it below 40 degrees, and as a matter of fact, like I said, going back to the last year, it was 20. It was easily into the low 20s, if not into the high teens that one night. Just because, again, there was like an 1.5 inches of ice in my pot afterwards. And all I had was these two. One was an under quilt, one was an over quilt. And I was able to make it through the night. It wasn't the most comfortable thing in the world, but you know, they kept me through the night. So this year, they're both just over quilts since I'm running that Haven that's got the pad on it. So these two together are supposed to be a 20 degree rating. So again, there's maybe 22 ounces, 23 ounces total between the two of these. And what I like about this setup is it gives me that, you know, it's a layering system. So you get that at night when it's 55 degrees or something like that, or 50 degrees. You just need one of these. But then I get one of those nights again where it's, you know, 25 degrees, 22 degrees. I can layer both of these bad boys on and even put on some other clothes, and I know I'm going to stay warm. So these are totally worth it. Again, Zpacks Are Better. I love them. There's other brands I like, but these, I'm definitely gravitating towards these. I have like 5 of their sleeping bags now. They're just awesome. I think that's it for my actual pack. It's going to be heavy. I'm betting with camera gear 45 pounds probably. It's not going to be light. It never is. I think that's it. I think I'll probably just do a food one separately and just put it out a couple of days later. I've got a nice big barrel for that, so just kind of stay tuned for that if you want to see what, you know, kind of food I'm going to be eating. Again, 18 days. Hey, it's a long time. It's going to be a lot of food. It's a heavy pack, so it is what it is. But I hope you guys enjoy this. Like I said, I'm getting ready to leave, so when I get back, I'm hoping I've got, you know, a whole bunch of footage. I'm going to have to take me a long time to go through all that footage and make videos, but I will get back into it and upload those videos. And again, if you like this, if you enjoy these videos, I do appreciate it if you just subscribe or hit the like button, you know, comments, all that. That's great. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.